Good morning, everyone. It's Blind Metal Gamer here, and it's now time for episode 3 of the Blind Metal Gamer podcast, where today I'm not going to be discussing Mortal Kombat 11 as I originally was going to do. I'm going to save that for episode 4. Episode 3 is going to be regarding Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, kind of a review and giving my overall first impressions of the game, what I think Respawn and EA could do to make it more accessible for players who might have disability issues such as visual impairment, etc. Again, I know this is a bit of a change, but I really want to give this a going over and give this my input and my insight, so hopefully someone will listen and will be informed by it. So, without any further ado, we're going to commence. I started playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order yesterday evening, and I can already tell you from experience, it is rage-inducing. I'm talking straight up, 100% anger-inducing from the beginning. You have these platforming sections. Yes, I said platforming. Yeah, we have platforming sections in this game where you have to jump from place to place and grab and all that. And one thing I can already tell you from the beginning, they needed to eliminate the platforming altogether. Or if they were going to give us platforming, don't give us a jump button for, Pete's sake. Don't give us a jump button. Make it where the jumping is automatic or something, and maybe we just have to grab or something like that. I get this is supposed to be challenging, and I fully understand that. But I believe that there should be an option, or the option, to have the ability to turn the jump button, the jumping to auto. Because if you have an issue with your fingers, although I don't, but if there's a player out there that does, and he or she wants to play the game and enjoy it, they should be able to enjoy it just like me or any other gamer that doesn't have any issue with their fingers, or for example with me, and I'm sure some other people have experienced this. If the person has vision issues, I know they have brightness. I'm fully aware of that, but I believe that maybe some other colored markers, like or some other type of way to make it a little more visually or audio, or have audio cues, verbally telling the player what to do in these platforming sections. I've not gotten to the combat yet, so I'm not going to really talk about that. But one thing I did notice when I fired up the game and I started to play was I looked in the options menu to see if there was any accessibility. And unfortunately, there was not. There was no accessibility options whatsoever. So, Respawn, EA, if you're listening to this podcast, I am, as not only a podcaster, but a gamer, an advocate, and a person with a disability, make this accessible. Make this game, this wonderful experience, wonderful rage-inducing experience, accessible to everyone. Come on, your sports titles, Madden and NHL, they're accessible. They have accessibility options. So why can't you do the same for these epic Star Wars games? Because I'm pretty sure there are a lot of Star Wars fans out there that would love to play your game in the disability community, but due to a lack of accessibility, they're going to look at it and say, oh, I wasted my money on this. And I'm not saying the game is bad, and I'm not saying the game is inferior, and I'm not going to, bash it or anything like that, because I don't do that. I believe that your game is great, although it's challenging, but I think that you guys need to get the accessibility situation nailed down and get it to where people with disabilities can play your game, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of, kids this holiday season say, hey, Mom or Dad, I want Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. And when they get it, they say, okay, son or daughter. And then they get it, and let's say this person has a disability, or let's say they don't have a disability. Okay, great. Great on that end. You got another person to play your game. But if the person that wants the game for Christmas or whatever has a disability, they do not are going to open that box. They're going to pop that sucker in, and ho 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 ho, this is not going to be the experience they thought it to be. They're going to think, what? What did I sign up for? What did I get? They're going to get angry easier. They're not going to enjoy it, and you're going to probably lose a customer for life on that. And I'm just saying, and again, not bashing the game. I'm just wanting it to be more accessible and have accessibility options in place, maybe with a patch. And I get you guys are going to have to patch the game up anyway, so why don't you think of accessibility, patch it up, give us the option to have the accessibility features, and give us the option to enjoy the game that way. Another game I can think of that has accessibility that I know is really, really epic is Spider-Man. Marvel Spider-Man. But we're not talking about Spidey, we're talking about Star Wars. But, for someone who's just started playing the game and all of that, it's great. It's going to take some getting used to and learning, but I'm going to learn that and master it, as always. But I'm just saying, hey, EA and Respawn, you might want to work on your accessibility for Star Wars. But overall, I would say if anyone is listening and is wondering about the game, it's very good, but the platforming is very challenging, and it's going to take some getting used to. But once you get used to it, it'll be great. Again, I have not mastered or experienced the combat in the game yet, so I have yet to really see that, and I've not gotten any force abilities. I'm still learning the beginning of the game. So, anyway, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, it's very, very good. It is very much worth getting, but I'm just saying, if you're a person with a disability, or if you have a family member that wants the game that has a disability, be forewarned. I'm personally speaking, I did not see any accessibility options in that, so just kind of be ready for that. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, overall, like I said, reviews are positive. Kind of a mixed bag. But, that's good, and I'm glad that EA and Respawn made a single-player Star Wars experience with no microtransactions and no multiplayer, because it's going to be pretty intense and pretty cool. I know we got Battlefront 1 and 2, and I'm sure there's going to be a Battlefront 3 sometime, at some way, but for someone like me personally, who likes the single-player games, who wants to just chill, or who wants to stream a game that's going to be, straight up, just single-player with commentary and all that good stuff, then, that's great, and all that, and all that, so, yeah, definitely, think Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is an awesome game. But let's see, EA and Respawn. I played Apex Legends a while back. Again, when I played that, I didn't see any accessibility issues. I didn't see any type of accessibility feature. However, that game, and I understand that's a battle royale game, and I'm fully aware that kind of a game is a little different. That game is a bit different on that form of a level. And how you approach it. And I understand that. So, all I'm saying is that if anyone from EA and Respawn is listening, you might want to consider getting accessibility for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and maybe even Apex Legends, just to get that player base up, because I know you guys are doing that and all that good stuff. So, I'm going to go on and wrap episode 3 up. I hope everybody has enjoyed this, and I hope everybody will enjoy listening, and I hope you all find it informative as always. I'm going to be taking a break in December from podcasting, for the holiday season. So I will see you guys in 2020, and in episode 4, as promised earlier on, we will discuss Mortal Kombat 11, its release character pattern, and what I think the big surprise is for Mortal Kombat in 2020. I want to say season's greetings and happy holidays to all, and enjoy the podcast and share it with everyone you know. Thanks for listening. So long, everybody. Bye-bye.